You think helping everyone makes you a good person, but some people see your kindness as weakness. Not everyone deserves your kindness. Some people will drain your time, your peace, and your energy. Kindness is powerful, but when it's wasted on the wrong people, it becomes self-destruction. Not everyone deserves your kindness. Your biggest mistakes won't come from your enemies. They'll come from the people you tried to save. And these 5 types are the ones you should never help. They need distance. Before we dive in, pause for a second. Don't scroll. Don't click away thinking this doesn't apply to you. Because if you keep helping the wrong people, people who are allergic to growth but addicted to leeching your energy, you're not being kind. You're being complicit in your own downfall. If you ignore what I'm about to say, you won't just miss out on wisdom. You'll miss the signs that could protect your life, your sanity, and your future. But if you stay till the end, you'll gain something weightier than knowledge: discernment. The power to protect your peace. This is the truth most people won't tell you. The 5 types of people you should never ever help, no matter how compassionate, generous, or loving you are. Let's talk about the first one, the lazy and idle. We've all met them. They're always waiting for the right time, always about to do something, always just having a rough patch. But the rough patch never ends. It's been 5 years. Still nothing. No ambition, no drive. They want results without effort. They want you to help them climb a mountain they never had any intention of walking. And here's the trap. They make you feel guilty for doing better. They tug at your empathy, wear the cloak of victimhood, and call you selfish when you begin to pull away. But laziness isn't a temporary condition. For many, it's a permanent philosophy. Helping them isn't kindness, it's reinforcement. You become their crutch and they will never walk as long as you keep carrying. Now the second, the ungrateful. Their memory is short, but their ego is long. You've poured into them, stayed up late for them, sacrificed for them, and they act like it never happened. They'll flip the script and make you feel like you owe them. Gratitude is not an emotion, it's a lifestyle. When someone shows no appreciation, not even a word, not even basic decency, that's not accidental. That's character. Ungrateful people have a pattern. They bite the hand that feeds them, then wonder why they're starving. They don't just forget what you did, they feel entitled to it. And if you keep helping them, they'll only grow more entitled, not more humble, not more loving, just more demanding. You're not helping, you're enabling. Then there's number 3, the proud and arrogant. These people reject help, not because they don't need it, but because they can't stand to look weak. They drown with a smile instead of asking for a lifeboat. You can pour out your heart to them, offer advice, opportunities, genuine support, and they'll act as if you disrespected them. Pride turns people into islands, untouchable, unteachable. And here's the truth. Arrogant people don't see help as kindness. They see it as a threat to their identity, a challenge to their fragile superiority. They will use your help, yes, but silently. They won't thank you. They won't remember you when they rise. And if they fall, somehow it will still be your fault. You cannot build with people who refuse to acknowledge contribution. Don't help the arrogant. They don't value your hand until it's withdrawn. Fourth, and this one is heavy, the wicked and unrepentant. Not everyone who's in pain is innocent. Some people are hurting because they destroy everything they touch. And you, with your big heart, think maybe your love will change them. Maybe your patience will soften them. But they are not lost. They're committed to chaos, committed to manipulation, committed to darkness. They know what they're doing. They just don't care. These people don't need help. They need consequences. And when you interfere with nature's correction, when you soften blows meant to teach them, you don't help them. You save them from learning and you end up bleeding for their lesson. Evil in its true form is seductive. It wears charm. It smiles. It plays the victim. But if you keep giving to someone who uses their suffering as a weapon, you will eventually lose not just your energy, but your moral direction. And the fifth, the most deceiving of them all, the foolish and manipulative. These people mix ignorance and cunning into something extremely toxic. They're lost, but they don't want to be found. They claim they're open, but constantly twist the truth. They play dumb when it benefits them. They act helpless to keep you near. They use immaturity as an excuse for destructive behavior. Here's the wild part. They make you feel crazy. They turn your wisdom into nagging, your patience into pressure. The more you help, the tighter their net becomes. You start managing their chaos like it's your job. You start walking on eggshells. They say things like, "If you loved me, you'd understand." But how much of your soul are you supposed to sacrifice for someone who won't even take responsibility for theirs? Have you ever noticed that the people you've helped the most are often the ones who respect you the least? Why is it that the deeper you love, the harsher the betrayal? Why do we confuse enabling with love and patience with tolerance of abuse? Psychology calls this the helper's trap, when compassion turns into codependency, when your identity becomes tied to fixing others, and you forget the one person who actually needs your help the most, you. You weren't born to carry people who refuse to walk. Your kindness should never become a leash that strangles your destiny. The truth is, some people are not your assignment. They're your distraction. Some of you are exhausted not because life is hard, but because you've surrounded yourself with anchors instead of wings. Think about it. When was the last time someone you helped truly changed? Stop trying to be everyone's rescue plan. Stop assuming that your love can heal someone who doesn't even want to be honest with themselves. You're not cold for drawing boundaries. You're wise. You're not ruthless for letting go. You're finally protecting your energy. The world will try to guilt you into staying around draining people. But wisdom whispers, calculate the cost. Ask yourself, who are you chained to that you were only meant to help once or not at all? Are you planting seeds on concrete, hoping something grows? Are you confusing your trauma bond with loyalty? Have you ever felt like you're becoming smaller just to fit into someone else's chaos? Why does nobody talk about how exhausting it is to keep pretending someone is just struggling when they're actually just making destructive choices and expecting you to clean up after them? Listen closely. If you spend your life helping the wrong people, the right people will never find you. Real love, real friendships, real purpose, they're waiting on the other side of your boundaries. The life you want can't begin until the emotional vampires are evicted. You'll never be at peace while you're hand-feeding people who only stay close because of what they can take, not what they can give. You know what's dangerous. It's not evil disguised as evil. It's evil disguised as helplessness. It's arrogance disguised as confidence. It's manipulation camouflaged as dependence. These subtle poisons don't come to you with fangs and fire. They come with tears and excuses. That's why discernment is rare, because it takes strength to walk away from someone who needs you, especially when you genuinely care. But remember this, the people who truly want to grow, even if you're not around. And the ones who don't, you can give them the world and they'll still squander it. You're not cold for refusing to help a person who refuses to help themselves. That's not cruelty, that's clarity. You only have so many hours, so much energy, so much soul to pour. Don't spend your life watering desserts. And more importantly, protect who you become in the process. Because your greatest danger is not just being drained, it's being changed into someone bitter for caring too much or empty after giving too much. They say you can't help someone who won't help themselves. That's half the truth. The full truth is helping the wrong person doesn't just fail to help them, it destroys you. If you've made it this far, I want to know who truly understood the message. Leave the phrase, "you can't grow where you're being drained," in the comments, and let's see how many of you really grasp what it means to protect your peace without guilt. If this video made you question something, if it made you see things from a different angle, like and subscribe because this is just the beginning. I'll see you in the next video. And remember, compassion is divine, but when it has no boundaries, it becomes a wound disguised as love.